Hello and welcome to part 3 of Paganini's Secrets. This is the third of 3 videos in which I show you what I learned from my teacher Ruggiero Ricci and how to develop a shortcut to left-hand violin technique. In part 2 of this series, I showed you how to start learning the glissando technique with a simple major 1-octave scale played with one finger. Today we're going to move on to learning how to play a chromatic glissando scale with one finger. The chromatic glissando scale is a lot more difficult to hear than the normal 1-octave major scale. That's why it's important to master the 1-octave major scales with one finger first before you move on to the chromatic glissando scale, so that you're familiar with the technique a little bit already and you have already trained your ear to a certain extent. For the chromatic glissando scales, the principle is the same. We're going to start on the E string and we're going to use the open A string as a drone. And with each note, you have to listen very intensively to the intonation. Correct everything which is not perfectly in tune, because our ear guides us in this technique. Our ear guides us to measure the distances between each note, because the chromatic scale consists only of semitones, but the semitones shrink as we move up the fingerboard. So the distances are greater down here than they are up here, and our ear has to guide us, which is why it's so important to use the open string as a drone, so that we have also for our ear a fixed point to measure from. Put your hand in third position, keep your thumb in third position, and reach down for the F on the E string. Use the open A string as a drone. Very important, don't press the string down all the way to the fingerboard. It's not necessary. It doesn't help the sound, and you won't be able to move smoothly from one note to the next. Only press the string down as much as you absolutely need. Make sure you still feel the vibrations of the string in your fingertips. For the second finger, the principle is the same. Hand in third position, thumb in third position, reach down, play the F and the F sharp with your first finger, and as from the G, you use your second finger and then you slide up. Important is to slur all notes together, like I'm demonstrating here, because we are practicing the connection from one note to the next. So slur all the notes together and listen to the connection, because your ear is telling you how far you are to the next note and the next note and the next note. Third finger, same principle. Thumb in third position, reach down for the F, play first finger F sharp, second finger G, second finger G sharp, and as from the A you slide up. Fourth finger, same principle. First finger, F and F sharp. Second finger, G and G sharp. Third finger, A. Fourth finger, B flat, and then you slide up. Hand in third position, keep the thumb in third position. On all strings. Start on the E string because it's most comfortable there, and then do the same thing one string lower, starting on the B flat using the open D string as a drone. And then use the same fingering principles as I showed on the E string, and then also practice it on the D string using the open G string as a drone, starting with the E flat. The two most important things when you're practicing these glissando scales are, number one, do not press the string down all the way. Keep a very loose connection to the string. Only press it down as much as you absolutely need to be able to hear the note, and make sure you feel the vibrations of the string in your fingertips. Release in between each note so that you have a smooth connection. And number two, which is actually probably the real number one, listen very, very carefully to the intonation. Your ear has to guide you, so you have to hear very, very precisely whether you are in the right place, whether you are hitting the note correctly. That's why it's so important to practice these scales with an open string drone. In general, I can say that this technique has probably saved my life as far as violin playing is concerned. I can't say that I find violin playing easy, but it did become a lot less difficult once I mastered this technique, because I could choose fingerings which were easier. Very often I don't shift, I just use the finger that's already down. I have no problem using fingerings where I use my first finger 3 times running, or the fourth finger 3 times running, or any other finger. I'm very often round about third position and expand that at least into second position and into fourth, fifth position. So I have quite a wide range here which I can play without shifting. And yeah, as soon as you have less shifts, violin playing automatically becomes easier, because you're connected with the instrument the whole time. It just feels safer once you've mastered this technique to move the finger that's already down than to move another one and then to shift. This is not a replacement for the conventional violin technique that is taught today. Obviously I play in different positions and obviously I shift, but it's an addition to this conventional violin technique if one is able to expand the use of the hand around the thumb, staying in a fixed position, it does become a lot easier. I have small hands, so if I go high up, I have to put my thumb into 5th position, because from 3rd position I won't be able to reach. So I have to put my thumb into 5th position, but then I usually keep it there as long as I can, so I have this part of the fingerboard with one fixed thumb position as well. So I found this unbelievably helpful. It takes some getting used to in the beginning, particularly this reaching down feels very strange if one's never done that before, but it's well worth practicing this method. Let me know in the comments how you get on with this, and particularly if you have any questions, and I hope you enjoy practicing the glissando scale, which is Paganini's secret.